assistance.
So, as we go into this room, we notice that Lara is looking at a few things on the floor. This indicates that she is... Aha! This is presumably a pressy thing. Stand on it, and we can see that these two blocks are removed from that particular spinny thing. I'm not sure what I'd call it, maybe a wheel of some kind. And obviously there's one on each side, so that presumably corresponds to that. And there's a big door. Now, as you look at this big door, tell me what you notice, because I'm pretty sure what you won't notice, or at least what I certainly didn't notice for quite some time, is that there's actually a cavity up here, and this is where the gold reward for this level resides, and you get to it by noticing that there is actually, halfway up this, a grabbable recess. I do not like this gold puzzle. I do not think it is a good puzzle. I in fact think it's flat out annoying, and it took me a very, very long time to find. Especially when you find out how you actually have to do it. Yay, goodies. Ah, can you see what I can see? The tail of a jaguar is lurking over there. So down we go, let's exterminate. Down you go, old boy.
Someone picked an unfortunate place to hunt.
And as you might have guessed, there's in order to press on those pressure sensitive pads, I need something to press on them. Or press on them with. And here we have two of these aforementioned metal cages, although these ones don't have skulls in them. And look, the lever, I wonder what this was for. This is a puzzle that annoyed me quite a lot when I first did this room, because I was so sure that because the physics were fairly ropey in this game that it would flip in the other direction, so it took me a couple of minutes to work out. But there we are. We once more get to see the beautiful sight of Lara driving her face into solid stone. Look! It's amazing the force you can put onto a face-delivered punch. And I'm going to go with this one. Come on, grab it. There we are. Now, the way I have to get up to that recess which hides the gold thing is annoying. I've already said that. I have said it's annoying, but it is very annoying. Because what I have to do is this mechanism is effectively continuous. Actually, it's quite well designed in that sense. It isn't simply binary, you press all three and it goes. It has stages. So when I stick this one on, it releases that one. So you see that's now up. This releases that one, and now the mechanism is free to work. However, if I remove these halfway through the procedure, they'll obviously jam up the workings, and this door won't be able to fully open or close, and that's what I have to do. Stick the door half open. How far half? I can never quite remember.
Man, this place is weird and complicated. It probably wasn't so back when it was fully furnished. We're looking at the stripped-down version of what's left 1,000 years later.
Now that cutscene means I can't do what I wanted to do, so I'll drag it back off. Down you go. Let's grab a hold of this. Sort of shove it off. Right, that'll about do. So off you go. And you see, they show you the first time you do this to represent the fact it's jerking up. I'm not even sure that's high enough. In fact, I don't think it is. I'll give it another go, just a little bit further. Is it adequate? I'm not sure it is. Okay, well, I'll give it another go. Sorry about this. I never quite get this right first time. That is adequate, I think. There we are. You can see it, the frustrated mechanism jerking up and down. I like it. So, I also like these chains, which are meant to be part of the mechanism, also jerk up and down. It's quite... Yeah, I think the mechanisms in general are quite neatly done. Oh, Lara. Really? That's a ledge I'm meant to be grabbing onto, but she slightly missed it. And along we go. She can mantle this obviously fast by bashing the E button. And along we go, monkey style. The volumetric lighting this, some is very good and some is a little ropey. And here you'll see an example of the yellow hand. The yellow hand means you have to press E to not die. It's effectively a mini quick time event. Oh no, she didn't do it. And I mash E whenever I'm anywhere near something that I think might not quite catch me, so I in general avoid dying from that. And I think it's not a particularly good design feature, because one of the things that's meant to make hard difficulty hard is that you don't get as long to press E. But if you mash E every time you're even in slight danger of it happening, you lose nothing and you potentially don't die. And here's a silver goodie. Nom nom nom. As you have noticed in this, don't swim on that, Lara has a truly extraordinary ribcage. It's very large, and it actually sticks out. And most of the illusion of her having the rather large chest in this comes from the fact her ribcage is sticking out to quite extraordinary degree. Also, because I'm running this in widescreen, she looks a little wide. I think she looks less stocky on a conventional version. Along we go. Now it's time to find out if my calculations are correct, and I can in fact get the golden prize. So there you saw the yellow hand because I was mashing E automatically. And yes, there we are. Golden prize. And away we go. Now we have our first interactive cutscene. They telescope this one quite a lot. And if you look down here, you can see a silver reward, which is the only clue really you have that it's there, and we're going to have to go back and get it. Lucky to be alive, aren't we, Lara?
You in one piece?
And still breathing, yes.
So here we are in this room. Walk off an edge to safely drop. And down we go. Really safe. Another lost jaguar. The snow leopards are much more annoying. Now, this is what I would describe as another annoying puzzle. The only way you can tell this is an activatable object is because it's a different colour than the rest of the wall, and I would not describe that as a good cue. And lo and behold, Lara's amazing strength comes into play once again. Having shoved it in, we can go along here and get to the floor of the room, which if you'd failed that cutscene, you'd have fallen into and died. Here it is. And there are the blades. I get slightly annoyed by the placement of some of these items. I really do think that they should be slightly more intuitive to find. Especially things like that gold one, I don't think are particularly good. There's a silver. We're going to find. Dig up. Now, as you might have guessed, these are complete with the grisly remains of people. And they move one around every time, so anticipate to be a form of motion puzzle. So here we go.
It's the center of the evil Korek Empire.
I don't know what that is.
This appears in any of the literature, but I'd say they're ceremonial in nature.
If that's the case, it's not a ceremony I'm keen on witnessing.
Now there are actually two ways of doing this. You can do this, what I described the cheese way, which is what I'm about. I might try. Should I try and do it? No, I won't do the cheese way. I'll show you the way you're meant to do it. So I'm going to drop down here. Notice this one behind you. Look backwards, jump. You just swing around when you get around to here. Beep. But you can also do it by jumping sideways, and because of Lara's edge homing instincts, she'll grab it on the way down. And away we go. I would like to see someone actually do this kind of jumping where she jumps directly upwards. I'm not really sure if it's physically possible. Well, I'd have to see it to find out, but... Notice those yellow hands, because I'm a habitual E masher, don't really present much of an obstacle. Piece of redundant design. I do quite like this area. It's quite an atmospheric environment. The environments in this are very pleasingly designed, although they are quite simplistic. Certainly in comparison to Underworld, which has much more complicated environments, and I think in many ways much more interesting environments. And here we come to the conclusion! Dun, dun, dun. All good ancient technology is made of stone and glows. This has been ascertained through long study of old films.